Okay, hi everybody. The weekly Noyantis Usergroup Meeting. Today's 15th of May, 2017, and myself and John Hickey are here. Yep. I'm trying to see which attendees we've got and so on. As usual, any questions, idea, problems, queries? By all means, let's cover them. Nothing really to report from my side. The update to the command bars is unfortunately still in progress. I'm having a problem with a couple of little things in there, to be honest. I did hope to get it out. It's close, but as I say, close but no cigar. It's close at the moment, but I've just run into a couple of stumbling blocks, which I'm going to have to take a step back and have a look at this week. That's it from the updates point of view. Any questions? Any challenges?
Questions or challenges? I have a question. I think we've talked about it before, but I can't remember what the answer was. But on the report control, with buttons, you have to be in edit mode to have the buttons on the report control. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. The in-place buttons you're referring to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think unlike the property grid, the report control does want you to have the actual be in edit mode for them to appear, whereas in a property grid you can have them basically to complement the actual item as well. So like a lookup button and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was trying to do that. I go, I think maybe I can't, and I guess I can't.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think that's from memory. I think that's the case.
Yeah, I think that might be right.
Unfortunately, so what is it you're trying to achieve? Is it, I'm wondering whether there's another way around it.
Oh, maybe there is. I just wanted to have a button across from every row so you could edit it easily, I guess. But then it's just as easy just to put a button at the top of the screen. So I guess it didn't really matter. After I thought it through, it probably didn't matter to have a button right next to it.
Well,
don't worry about it.
I was going to say what you could do is, so you just want to basically imagine a row of the report control, and on the side of it, maybe have an edit button to kick you into editing of that. Would you bring up a form, or would it be edit in place?
It could actually do either. I was going to have it bring up a form, because it would be typically like a note or something, and you would see part of the note in the report control. I didn't want to have it show the entire note. It could be very long, so I was going to put the little dots at the end of it, and then just be able to click the button right next to the field. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would look too crowded. Like here, you've got a little trash can there. See on the side?
Yeah.
And so each row could have two buttons on it. It could have an edit and a delete right next to it.
Yeah, you see, I was wondering whether you could get away with two columns. Imagine you've got a column there called trash can, and right. You could have basically a XAML for that, and that would let you interact with the button. Oh, mind you would have to detect the event of XAML, and that is a problem in its own right.
It is. We had problems with that before.
Yeah.
And then if it's in edit mode, you have to click on it, don't you, before it shows a button? I don't think you can see a button.
Well, you wouldn't have it as a button. You'd have to maybe as a hyperlink though. Maybe just a dot there.
Maybe.
You can detect the hyperlink.
Can you make an image a hyperlink, or do you have to?
Should we? Never tried it. Should we try?
Feed text. Let's do it. I don't see anybody else. Any questions?
Nope. No question at the moment. But again, everybody, by all means, please feel free to put the questions in the box, and I'll hand those. Just said me, so I presume he's got a question. We'll jump to that very shortly then. So let's just set myself up here for the report control, and we'll just try that I think we've been asked for it a couple of times actually, so it's not a bad thing to quickly cover. Quite a few webinars. I think we must be touching late 60s, nearly 70 webinars now.
Yeah, that's something. It just keeps growing and growing.
Okay, so we'll take this one. We'll quickly compile this up. Okay. Machine's going to go in a little slow today because I've got a mass backup going on. And it's going off this machine onto a NAS drive, and it's not the fastest. And it's about half a terabyte as well. So the machine's going to be a little slower. Wow, I didn't think it'd be this slow though.
Come on, you can do it.
I was going to say, this is...
Give us some encouragement.
There you go, wow. Okay. Okay, we'll just go with a simple. So we're thinking maybe a button, or try and emulate getting a button on the end of here. Let's just say delete for now. So let's just try that, see if we can do it. That one. Okay. First of all, let's just put a column in there. Doesn't really need oh, maybe it does. And what to do is put an icon in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I think on this it's a very crude way of loading the data, but that's fine. In the add row, we have that. And just let me open up the class here so I can see, remind myself what we've got available to us. Okay. So basically I'm just going to have a quick look at what we've got. Oh, sorry about that. What we've got from an icon point of view to add it. Without looking at the other examples, I can't quite remember. And I think it's a set row cell icon from memory.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. That's good. Okay, so just thinking something along the lines of set row cell icon. It wants a row ID, we've got that. It wants a column, we've got that. We will have delete.ico, which I'm sure is probably compiled in, and we'll go with the default. So I'm not going to override the default. What you can do is basically say what you want the default icon to be size-wise, height and width. But if you omit them, I think it defaults to 1616 for the report control.
I have no idea. We'll go with that.
Yeah, different. But basically, the common class sets them up, and then each one gets to override them should they need different ones. It might be 32, but I know the like the calendar is definitely 16 because you put them on an event, that type of thing. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm just wondering if we put a hyperlink, turn that into an hyperlink. Let's try that. If not, we might have to use XAML. So let's try. Oh, no, we can't. Go to our delete. Content is a hyperlink. Follow hyperlink when clicked, and we'll just say, oh, we don't particularly want to follow it, we just want to know that hyperlink's been clicked.
Yeah.
So there should be an embed point for us under the report control. And the hyperlink accepted. And we'll just put it out for now, so we could just do we'll put the column out just in case we add another one in a second. Okay. The only thing we might want to do is we might have to temporarily give it some data so we can see where the link is. So low cell value.
It does take a while.
Does take, yeah. Actually, I can't see that being the copy what's going. Does seem a little extreme. So we've got the hyperlink there, but it's not clickable on the icon.
Yes.
That's such a shame. Okay.
Can you watch for a mouse event in the cell?
We can. Yeah, that could be another way of doing it. You've reminded me actually, after this, just let me quickly cover something on the task panel, but after we finish this particular task.
Okay.
It's to do with the mouse click. That's what just prompted me. Okay, report control. And you've got, you will have mouse down, but
there it is.
okay, so we've got the button values, and then we could, no, it doesn't tell us on that. Just wondering whether we could measure what you call a hit test, and that, if it does have a hit test, would tell you where you've clicked. No?
You look for hit test. Yes.
Did I go straight past it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let me explain my chain of thought and see if there is a hit test already in here. And there is, yeah, in the event func, we do measure the hit test. And the hit test will bring you back basically an object from which you can then start to interrogate what type of thing it is you've actually hit, so to speak. So we can see the dot column. Let me just explain the hit test in a little more detail for you.
Okay.
Because you can get this in a few of the controls as well. So from this point of view, the report control, because you can, the hit, technically you could click anywhere you like. Oh, yeah, you could click anywhere you like. So it will bring you back an info object, and which will explain what it is you've actually pressed. So if you look here, you can see you've pressed a block, you've pressed a column. What's the HT? Return to specific part of the report control. Oh, okay, that should be probably the coordinates. Oh, sections. Right, imagine the report control is actually cut into sections, the head of the group box and so on. So you can actually see which section you've just done, if you didn't want to be as precise. A particular item, which is a cell in our case, the row, and a track position, if you're in, again, track control, track view. So, and we use this quite a lot for detecting other. Basically, I think like the block, it doesn't tell you when you've double clicked on a block, so I have to trap for the mouse double click and then look for the hit test of a block, and then I know that you're accepting the block. So basically, we fill in a few gaps that they don't do, if you will, and it goes via this. So we should be able to get to the item. Okay, so basically what we're looking at is the block. We don't actually bother with the row ID. Nope. Okay, let's bring some of this code into ours. We'll put it temporarily into our procedure here, and we'll emulate some of the code, what it'll do. Again, we'll probably do it in the event func because it's going to be our best place to interrogate it. We will want some data in there. So we'll pinch some off the other. I know, we'll do that. So we'll need the hit test. We'll watch for a particular event. In this case, it will be the mouse down. I wonder if you've got an item. Oh no. So basically we're going to watch for the mouse down. We'll interrogate the hit test straight away. And going back to our Kojak help, which we did have somewhere. Must have closed it. Okay. So the item returns the item of the given X and Y. Okay, so let me just bring that out of the way for us so we can see. Put that over there. So basically we want to interrogate the hit test of that. So if we do the OLE control, the hit test, so that's our object. I'm going to interrogate an item of that. Dot item. So now we need to follow that chain through. So that's going to give us a particular item. That item will then basically we'll want to know what column you will, if you will, that it belongs to. Do I put it in the tag? I might be able to cheat. Yeah. Won't be a second. Okay, so basically, dot tag. This is a thing that I do. So if that is delete, let's put our message up there. Okay. What we'll try here, obviously we've got the hyperlink. Oh. Let's go and pinch a couple of variables. I've just noticed Roberto saying gold Zamel. Let me just open it up. Roberto?
Well, my hand was getting tired.
Yeah, so we can't go Zamel because you can't intercept the event of it being clicked.
No. You don't understand.
Oh, okay.
We want you to make it intercepted.
Oh, right. Sorry, my mistake.
Teach us how to do that.
Well, yeah, I've looked into it.
We haven't been able to.
Yeah,
to actually get going. It would be really cool when we get that going, though.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you can also add, stuff on your right-click menu, and have it do whatever.
Yeah, I think John just wants a visual indication.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, so we're not getting. We might have to take this back a level then and start intercepting just basically the tag that we're clicking on. So let's have a look here. So we've got the hit test. Oh, there's no X and Y position. I'm not recording it. Sorry about that. Copying part code. It's a bit poor of me. Basically, the mouse down. If I look at the oh, sorry, I can't get it. We look at the mouse down on here. We put control. Receives 4 parameters. The button state we're not bothered about. The shift state of the button, so just in case it's shift A or shift B, not bothered about. But we are bothered. Oh, it's actually left button and right button, not key down. Sorry, and the X and Y position. So we do need those. So we'll get them and then we'll interrogate what you're hitting. I'm not sure why that compile's taking so long. There's something.
That happens sometimes.
I've
had that happen to me too. Next time I load up Windows, maybe it works better.
Okay. So yeah, I went recording very silly. I went recording the X and Y. So now we can see if we click on this here, you're fine. But if we go over now, of course, we'll have the hyperlink. I'd expect to get 2 messages here. The mouse first. Oh, now it's actually ignoring the hyperlink, but that's fine. We'll actually take the hyperlink off this. So, John, technically, that would give you what you're after.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Should we expand? I think we're all right for time. Should we actually expand the class to put that in?
Yes, so that you can actually watch it click the button now.
Well, the best you'll be able to do is an icon, but that's still not bad. You'll be able to treat a whole column as basically a button, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do that. Let me.
That will work.
That's the whole point of these webinars, is it not? And again, I keep saying this, but anybody else got any things of, I wish it would do such and such thing? Just ask. dokie. It was only last week that report control got an update, but you could tell they seem to be they go like a Ferris wheel, if you will, and certain ones go to the top and get more popular as time goes on. Report control has always been very popular. The calendar is also a very popular one, as with the command bars. So they all take their turn at the top, so to speak. Okay, just preparing up the actual template here. In fact, I'll do it here. I shouldn't be typing on another screen. Okay. We'll pinch that. Okay. And we'll put some update history in there shortly. So, what is this? What we're doing? Cell. I suppose it's cell clicked, cell accepted. Cell clicked is as good as any. John, seeing as you're the one who's thingy, you get to name it. What do you think the method would be?
Cell clicked or cell accepted? Well, would it be like row cell accepted or something like that? Row cell.
I think it's only on the mouse, you see. It's not. I think I might go click. Okay. Yeah, because that's the only thing I'm a bit concerned about is we're only really going with the mouse. Would you be able to get to this via the keyboard? I suppose we could try. Let me just rerun that. Obviously, our event won't trigger. No, you wouldn't be able to. It's very much
it's a click, yeah.
Mouse only. But we'll go with clicked. You see, convention-wise, you can see historically, I've always called them accepted.
Click,
really to go with Clarion, an event accepted on a control. But no, we'll go with we'll click on this.
Yep, it's a click.
Okay. So, and we do have it as block. We don't call them item. I'm sure we call them cells. Anywhere else on a cell? No. Item? No. Okay, it's going to be cell clicked. Row cell clicked. That's better.
Row cell clicked. Yeah.
Okay, let's put the framework into place. So we will need a method, a derivable method at that. Oh, no. Virtual, sorry, of course. Hyperlink's a very good one, actually. So it will receive the row and the column. Just to tell you that that's happened. Okay, so we'll have that. That's our new method. Of course, we have to put that in. And this, because it's virtual, is nothing more than a placeholder. So this will just trigger. We could put code into basically, this what you're looking at here is the content of the parent call. So when you see it generated, this will be basically what will go in here. We don't really need to. We might need to trap something. We'll have a look in that shortly. So that's our placeholder, and the other place we want to do is actually in the class itself put a place for it, generate at runtime the actual embed point itself. So I have somewhere here we go, derived methods. So we have that, it receives that parameter and that parameter. Okay, I don't see the row accepted, received 2. Oh, yes. Okay, that'll give us our new embed point, if you will. So now we need to actually call it under, and then we want to start putting some conditions on whether to call it or not, if you will. So mouse down. Straight past it. Okay. One last one. Hopefully people get an insight, you get an insight into how the templates are put together from this. That's the idea. Item object. Oh, we have one already created for us. Just making sure it's not already used in the mouse down. No. As long as we're not on an inline filter row and an inline search row, then we'll actually do our particular code. So we want to know if it's left click, on reselect, mouse down. That's okay. So in here, and we're not on a browse enhancer. Yeah, if it's a browse enhancer, you wouldn't be able to enhance that in a Clarion browse. So that again would be fine. Actually, there's nothing stopping you enhancing a Clarion browse and then, oh no, you can't manually add. You can't manually add columns. Sorry, I'm speaking aloud. Okay, so in here, we've got our focus row selected, we've got the row, and that is probably where we do the row selected. So we would probably want wonder why we've done the focused row. Different way of getting it there. That should generate it. Let's come out. Wow, it's fair to say that my D drive is a little slower today. Okay, we'll get rid of the hyperlink content. We just want, so we remove any of that, we just want it to be basically a standard column, if you will.
So can you leave the
Include the icon and so on and so forth.
header blank? Yeah.
Yeah, we could leave it as a hyperlink, so you've got the best of both worlds, but I just want to demonstrate that we don't have to.
No. Yeah, get rid of the hyperlink. So the column name, can you leave it blank? That doesn't work.
No, I think it
have to have something there.
It has to have something there. Right,
but does it have
restriction? I was going to say we'll better have a look at that restriction, because realistically we probably wouldn't want that. In fact, how do we do it on? Because we don't have that. We give it a name, but I think we give it an icon. Do we? Yeah. So we just give it an icon. So you could cheat and give it a blank icon, and then that way you wouldn't get the name. But let's have a look in a second at why we've got that restriction. I'm sure we can work around it, even if by putting a null character in. So back to this. Don't want no text in there. And actually, we just wanted the icon. We don't necessarily need to do that now, so we'll get rid of that. And we don't need to do that. And we're not listening for that. The only thing we want to do is see, have we got our new derived method. We're also clicked. So there it is. We see the two parameters we mentioned. So we'll just message that out. Now this will be a bit, we wouldn't want this all the time, wouldn't do any harm, but we probably want it so we can actually turn this feature off by default and turn it on just when we want it for a particular column. Wow.
Definitely taking a pause there.
I just have a quick look. This doesn't make sense, but okay. Okay, so now just clicking on any of them, I expect to start getting a message. Oh, and we're not. That's interesting. Let's take a look at why not then. Mouse left click. We're not on an answer, and we're not suppressing, so that's fine. We do have a focus draw. Just seen it. It's only doing it on a trigger on reselect. We don't necessarily want that. Let's just quickly try that. Okay, so yes, so we clicked on subject, form, received, and you should have your delete. So that will give you technically what you're after, but that could be a bit of an overkill if we have that basically triggering all the time. So what I'd not normally do there now is think about just let me stop that. Thinking about putting on some kind of setting on the column definition or the column override on the lines of, well, we've got the options here, quite a few options actually. But maybe an option off by default in there to say trap the actual mouse click. Okay, that's as good a place, isn't it? From a class point of view, can we detect that? Have we got? Yeah, we can. I'll just have to get it out of the queue accordingly. Okay. Is there any, before we finish off on that, because that I can just basically mop up. I'll put an option on the template, which we can do now. But I'm just looking at if there's any other pressing things, because that can just be done after the webinar and then go into the next build. We've proved that we can do it, and you should be able to do that on any number. So you could have an icon, John, which just let me run it again. If we've got time, I don't mind doing it now. I was just thinking if we've got other subjects to cover. But yeah, I would have an icon there which looks like a button, if you will, or the trash can, like you saw on the Clarion one.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. I like that.
Yeah. Are you on the latest? Are you on 3.60?
Me?
Yeah.
No, because I'm waiting for this multi-DLL template.
Okay.
I usually, actually, what I can do, I usually update the classes, and then I do a comparison with the templates and make little updates.
The settings that way. Yeah.
So I try to keep up. Yeah.
I was just thinking from a point of view of applying this, so you get it straight away. But you've seen the steps that we've just done to update the class. Very simple.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the class isn't the issue; it's the template that's.
For the
careful of.
Well, I mean, yeah,
it's easy to compare.
We can finish that off now, but we're already halfway through, and I'd be more conscious to see if we've got other things to cover, because basically to add a template settings, basically we have a queue of columns, and all I'd do is just go and get the setting out of the queue, and check should I be triggering, and if I am, call it, and if I'm not, don't do, and then nobody's any the wiser. So that'll be the steps to finish that particular job off. But I know Alejandro's got a question, so we'll move on if we can.
The only other thing is that the dot on the column header, we were going to see if we could.
Let's just quickly, let me make a note of the thing to finish on this.
Okay.
So 15th. Okie dokie. So the RC got row cell click method. Okay. And let's have a look if we can add. Why is there a restriction there? And before we forget, that new method should really go into the history for today. I'll update that when I do the other things as well. Okay, I suppose the easiest thing is in the template, we prompt for it. Name. Let's just take that off and see is it a restriction that I put in. Column properties, that looks like it's probably it, and yeah, there's a required.
I think that's something where I've tried to leave it blank before too, and I couldn't do it.
It's in
So
the
I probably set the property afterwards and just set it to blank.
s.add column. So it's got p name. It stores it. Don't clip it actually. Realistically, I should really clip that. Yeah, I'm not seeing why. Right, let's take it off and see.
Yeah.
So on our column, delete, get rid of that. Oh. Before I forget, the next week's user group webinar, I'm not available for it. I'm actually out of the country, so we should really make the announcement now. And for the people who watch the videos and play catch up and so on, and John, if you could send the cancellation just only of next week, the week after, which again is a public holiday here in the UK. I am here, I'm online and working and so on as normal. So it's just next week. I'm out of the country.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Making report control.exe.
I can't believe I've got the task manager open here, and I can't see what's really hitting it. And the copy what's going on is actually going from a USB drive to a NAS, so it's not even going via any of the drives. But it's definitely having an adverse effect on the machine. Okay, I haven't a clue why we've got the why we had the requirement on there. I think maybe me being a little overzealous in the past. So there
It's
you
a
go.
long time ago you put that required on there.
Oh yes. All my days. Let's have a quick look. Trip down memory lane, so to speak. 2009, 26th of April 2009. Over 8 years ago. Crikey.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Well, that's good though. Get that requirement out of there. Now I can have blank columns.
Yeah. I've just noticed that. But that I don't forget it. name. Name parameter of optional. There you go.
Excellent.
It's a crude way of storing the update history, but it does work. Well, it works for me anyway. Okay, so that's that. Now I know Alejandro's got a question, so let's just open his microphone up. See if he's still available.
He's had his hand up longer than Roberto ever had his hand up.
Hi, Alejandro. Your mic's open.
Hello, Andy. Hello, John. You don't have trust in me.
He kept switching hands though.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Okay. Andy, a few things. First, can you open the class, the report control, please, and go to the line? Let me check. 416. This value, dot value, is in lowercase. Is correct, this?
It wouldn't make a difference. I mean, it could be capitalized, but it's not really. It wouldn't make a difference. That.
It's the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put it there just for consistency because that one is there and so on. But yeah, that's they're not case sensitive in the class, in the actual control behind the scenes.
Okay. Then other things, I want to recreate. Open the report control example, please, and I will tell you. Open the filter, inline filter, maybe. No, it's not this. Yes, this is. What's happened if I want to create again this report control in runtime, but change or make the inline filter disappear or appear again? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, like that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just that's an extension template that you can put on, but of course you might not want to put it on. Oh, so if we look, so that's a control template which comes with the template in the class. It just generates a line of code for you, very simple. Display inline filter, and then it's a true or false.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you would do it if you want to do it manually yourself.
Yes, I will try, because I try to let me arm the phrase. I try to reinitialize the procedure using the init template settings.
Ooh, okay. That's
call again. Huh?
That's quite extreme. I'm not sure you need to do that.
No, because I delete all columns, and I regenerate everything for each query. Okay.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
So when I do that, when I rerun the init template setting,
yep,
doesn't work very well for me. I don't know why. If you want, I show you later.
Well, I wouldn't do. It does seem quite a. It's not the best method to accomplish what you're after. I would. You can delete the columns, delete the rows, delete the columns, and I think there is a method for delete all.
Yes.
Yeah, delete all with a refresh. So that would get rid of all the groups, the sorts, footer, header, and normal rows, the column definitions, and obviously, if you've got any buttons related to those, they would then go and be.
I use this method, delete all.
Yeah.
For everything.
Okay, and then do you add your columns?
Yes, and add new columns.
Well, that should work for you then. That's better than reinitialize. You would do add column, add column, add column, and then call create columns, which would actually go and create the actual columns for you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that would be a better, rather than call the init template settings, I would do the delete all, add column 1, add column 2, add column 3, and then create columns. So create columns, and then that would go through and create the columns for you correctly.
Yes, the problem is that the inline filter doesn't create again. This is my problem.
Okay. Let's have a quick look on that then.
Can I show you quickly?
Yep, well, just 1 second.
Yes, sorry.
Display, because I think. Yeah, what you want to do then. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try yours. Let's try what you're saying there. Okay. And I think I know what the problem is, and we can fix it here now. So we'll have 2 buttons. Delete all.
Mm-hmm.
And
renit all.
Yeah. Init all, there you go. So on that one, it's a very simple case of it would be report control dot delete all true. And on this one, it would be report control add column. Right, I'm just seeing what the parameters were, so we'll have it as column 1. What was it? Column name width resizable, so minimum width 100 true. Very crude, but it works. And then maybe add row. Row 1. Set row cell value row 1 column 1 ABC. Oh, we've only got 3. DEF HI. You get the idea. Now, let's try that. exactly what results we get, and you're saying that the inline won't recreate, and I think I have an idea why.
That is slow, huh? Could it be
Yeah.
your antivirus or something? Checking out that exe?
No, it's told to exempt that folder. Oh, it's not that one now. We're on this one. Okay, so that is our on and off. Delete all. Init all. Okay, but now there is none.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's two ways we can do it. One would be to not delete the row in the first place, or another would be to, let me show you. Go back to the delete all.
I need delete the first row too.
Okay, so we could just blank those out, and the next time it's told to display, it would recreate itself.
Okay. Did you see the video I sent to you yesterday?
I saw it this morning, but it was only on the mobile, so I didn't really see it properly.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so delete all. That's in it. Okay, so we have got it's recreated,
Yes.
but not its content. That's not the best. So the other thing I was thinking is where we do delete all rows. Records. Oh,
And try doing the init template setting, everything again.
Now that is supposed to, clearing that should have recreated, gone through the column queue. Might go back to see why that hasn't done it, because that should have worked on the surface of that. That'd be the better option. Clear those two objects out, so that the next time we tell it to display, it would go and redisplay accordingly. We know it didn't, of course. We do get that header row with store its index. Go through the column queue. All of that is correct. Let's try that. delete all init, and the next time it's told, oh, that's worked. Which is kind of what I expected it to do.
Yes.
Why didn't it work first time? Did I do something wrong then? So delete all, init all, undo, put it back on. Oh, pass. But that is what I would have expected the first time round. So that's to fix what you needed. It was just in delete all.
Yes.
Those two needed clearing because you're deleting the rows. So let's just put that actually up here. Delete all rows. That should go hand in hand with the delete all rows.
Sorry.
No problem at all.
It's my daughter. My
Added
beautiful.
entertainment for the webinar. Okay, so that should be the answer for that. Don't know why it didn't work a second ago. And then you sent a video through. I can bring the video up here now. Let me just have a quick look. So this is you've got an extra character, you say?
Yes.
Okay, so let me take a look at this.
This is the form property grid.
Yeah.
When you add a double quote,
Oh.
disappear.
Is it in the raw TPS? Before you go back into that, is it in the TPS?
No, TPS equal. And look, address. The address. Did you see? Disappear.
Yeah. But so it's a property grid, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Property grid.
Okay, so we're finished on the report control. Let me just move that. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Just wondering whether it's actually in the raw TPS. Is it a load problem or a save problem?
Sorry?
I'm just wondering whether after I put the double quote in, is it still stored in the TPS, and is it a load problem or a saving problem? I think it's a load problem.
Exactly, because it's saved in the table, but when you load again, disappear in the property grid. Exactly.
Okay. Update form. So as we say on here, I'm going to put a 1, 2, 3 on that. Yeah. Now I'm going to put a 1, 2 double quote in there. 1, 2 double quote 3. No. In fact, it's actually got rid of the actual entry. That's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's got 1, 2, 3, and we actually lose.
Yes, try in the first, in address, in the first field. And disappear the caption address at the left.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the property grid. What's it going to be? The add item and its value. And you do wrap it in double quotes. You wrap the actual value in double quotes. So I think it's just terminating that.
Mm-hmm.
But, let me check this. Oh, I do think you have to put it in double quotes though, from memory. Okay. Okay, that's better.
Yes.
No, that's not.
No.
So that's got it, but the one with the caption hasn't.
Mm-hmm. The P name is with double quotes too.
That wouldn't. Okay. We'd better check it with single quote though, because what we might have just done is introduce an error. So I'll be tempted to put this back as it was and investigate further, but let's check it first. Okay. No, it's had a major adverse effect. So yeah, that's taking the whole address out in its own. The following lines. So no, let's not go with that. I'll do some research on that. Yeah, let's put some research into that. I don't want to make any changes which could potentially break the products quite easily. It's good doing the updates live and so on, and that's good, but they still go through a rigorous testing afterwards. But yeah, that's going to have to go into a research problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And especially the if you had just to say a single quote, I'm thinking of names like O'Connell and O'Donnell, that type of name. Then you would have quite a lot where you would have a single apostrophe in there. So, okay, that's I'll take a look into that for us for the next build.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Can you show me the line that you added in the report control?
The report control?
Class?
Yep. So basically it was for the report control, let me just close, that's back as
The delete all.
Yep, it was in the report control, in the delete all.
Yes.
And you want those 2 lines adding.
Okay. Okay. Excellent.
So let's quickly put that in the bug fix for the next build. Pinch that line, it's as good as any. Fix. Won't be a second. Just bring this up to date so we don't forget for the next release. Okay, so there is one other thing which I was going to quickly show, and it was on the task panel. Now, I think it was, I'm not sure how many users use task panel. They are quite, again, it's a popular product. And this came about a long time ago with a thing I noticed in the calendar template. And it was to do with the hit test, which we mentioned earlier. So just let me demonstrate. Okay, so if I just compile run this, and I'll have to wait for my machine a second. There's definitely some kind of slowdown today on it. It's got to be the copy, but we shall see. Okay, so what I was going to show is this. We can see just with the example app, whereas as we hover over things, you can see the hot item change, and then when I click on one, we can see it stores. So we can detect that, and that, if memory serves, is a method called item accepted, and that's what posts basically what item has been accepted and so on there. Now what you can do in the report control is to drag and drop, so you can move things around. So let's say I move that to there. Now that isn't reporting the I'll tell you what, let's go with the simple one just to demonstrate the problem. We'll quickly turn on the drag and drop, and system task is as good as any. Can't remember where we set the settings to say whether they can be moved. Must be on the control itself. Ah, there. Yes, you can move them within a group. Okay, so we'll allow the items to be moved around within the group. Right. Okay. Sorry about this. Right. So the task panel. So we can see there's a focused item. So if I was to click on my computer, it's there. My documents there, and so on. If I was to pick that up and move it around, there's documents, and pick that up and move it around. But you can get a scenario where I could basically go onto the documents. It's not doing it on this, but where the focused item on. No, it's not the focused item. It was to do with if you at the item click. I think it might be related to that, but basically you could get it where instead of, let's say you were just picking that up and moving it there, or you went to click it but you just moved it sideways by accident with your mouse, you moved the actual mouse when you were going to click, then it wouldn't trigger. It visually it would look like it had, but it wouldn't, and that was because basically you've got different events. Obviously, we've got item click, and we report on that, and we report on that to you and tell you when something's been clicked. But the other would be the begin drag. So as I click this and start to move it around, the begin drag would actually trigger, and then when I let go, item dropped triggers to tell me that it's finished. So there's other code gone in. It'll be in the next release to ensure that basically when you start to click on something, be it dragging or not dragging, then you will get your item click. And so basically you'll get not just visually making it look like it's selected, but actually in your code. Because we use it for, in one of our systems, we use it for the navigation of the actual the centres that they go in, and they go into a patient centre or so on and so forth. They go into that centre, and all the options are on the left-hand side for a selected patient, and you could get it where some users, a bit unsteady on the mouse, were holding down the mouse button, wanting to click, but holding it a bit too long and still moving the mouse, so thinking like it was dragging. That was the problem. Anyway, that going forward will be fixed it's fixed, and it will be in the next release. So that was a quick one. And the way I got around it was basically the trigger. What reminded me of it was to do with the hit test, which we mentioned earlier in the report control. So, any other questions? We're quickly drawing to a close. Any other questions?
I don't see any other questions.
Okie dokie. So, well, obviously, as I said, we're not here next week, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But week after we will be. We'll cover questions, but if there's no other things, let's get the multi-DLL started. John, if you can pitch your ideas again on it, and we'll make it so it covers all the different scenarios. We'll actually see about starting that live in that webinar.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it's long overdue. It's probably 12 months, 18 months since you mentioned it.
Yeah.
So,
no, that'd be great. I mean, save a ton of time, I think, for not just me, but
no, myself as well. I heavily use these in a lot of products, and it's the next version of CodeJock's going to be imminent, so which means having to go through and change them all. So if we can try and get ahead of the curve and get that in before the next release of CodeJock, then it helps everybody, and that's the whole point of these, isn't it?
Yes, excellent.
There is one other thing I'll quickly give you a sneak preview of. It's not the products that are coming out yet, but I thought I would have a play about. Let me just show you. I thought I'd have a go at revamping the website a little. So I'll just quick. So yeah, it is Noyantis related, but it's not from a template point of view. But I thought I'd show you anyway and get people's feedback. So it's not live as in the main Noyantis site. This is still the main Noyantis site. But obviously, if you're anything like me, you use them on, you use it on the laptop, but you also use it on the pad and on your phone and so on. And it's not really friendly from that point of view. From a resize point of view, it will resize to a degree, but only to a degree. So at the moment, I've just put it on a temporary, I've just put it on Noyantis software instead of Noyantis. But this is going to be the look and feel of the new one. So a little different. So hopefully it's a little clean.
Got that modern style with the big pictures and scrolling down stuff. Yeah,
that's right. So we scroll down and all the things move in accordingly. We've got all the products listed straight, so you can jump straight to the products now. So you're not having to go through CodeJock. If you want to filter it, we can filter. So if we want the G series, we can filter straight to G series, and you get just the G series.
Yeah, it looks nice.
You get a lot of flicker because this will be what's running, but no, you shouldn't really get too much flicker. You get just the CodeJock ones, and they've got the CodeJock controls, and of course we can expand and so on. So you'll be able to jump straight to the actual products themselves. Testimonials, John, you're there, you're famous. If anybody else wants to give us any testimonials, please feel free. Roberto, you're there. If anybody else wants to pass any along, please, by all means, do so. Greatly received. Hopefully they're complimentary, of course. If they're not, I might not put them on. Some history, which you also expect, and so on. And yeah, so basically, nice little transitions going through. And the portal, the members portal for where you go to your downloads, will be on the portal. So
Yeah, that's great.
Does look better, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't take long to do, either, actually.
Things up. Update things once in a while. It's a good thing.
The old one is probably, oh crikey, it's probably 7 years old, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
So it was overdue. So, but it's taking shape. And the nice thing is, as you resize, everything automatically.
Yeah, scale, right? Yeah, it's
the menu's gone at the top, so now that turns into drop down. And these basically are all single, as before they were 3 wide, 4 wide. You know, so yeah, it's quite good on how it scales. But you can see this is now turned into a filter as well. So yeah, I'm pleasantly quite pleased with it so far.
Yeah,
and it works really well on the pads. Actually, on the iPad, I think there was a problem with the font, but on the iPhone, it's great. So it's still work in progress, and there's still all the other things to go in the background of it, but it's taking shape.
excellent.
And that takes us up to the 5:30 mark. Oh, Roberto saying he got muted again. Sorry, Roberto.
Hello.
Hi.
I clicked the wrong X and I exited the webinar.
Oh wow.
Back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think the website was that bad.
Don't click the wrong X. Man.
So, yes. Was there something you wanted to? I'm going to say you got muted.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, fire away.
Anybody know how to figure out what is using port 80 on my computer?
What's
I just
using
reinstalled Windows and port 80 won't open up for
port 80? That's kind of
80.
that's just a normal browser interface.
Yes. Something's got a hold of it, and I don't know what it is.
If you run, is it called Fiddler? If you run Fiddler, does that tell you what?
No. I run netstat -aon. Should show me it, but it doesn't show anything using it. It's kind of weird. It says the kernel is reading reading it, but that's it. I don't know what else has it grabbed. I'm not sure.
You're not running any web service type apps yourself, are you? You know, like a NetTalk server or anything?
I'm testing my NetTalk application, and I like port 80, but for some reason something else has grabbed it. I thought Skype might have grabbed it, but it isn't. I already told it not to. Usually Skype grabs it.
No, I mean,
if you don't tell it not to.
If I had a scenario like that, I'd probably just run Fiddler and have a quick look at what comms is going in and out on what ports, and see if that see if that tells you at least which applications, you know, sending and receiving.
Yep. I'll see. TCP will work for that too.
Yeah, I see I've got Fiddler on here. No. So can we see what's going on here? Obviously, the GoToWebinar isn't actually, but then again, there we go.
That's okay.
Some stuff.
I'll figure it out. Something
Yes.
I installed has it. That's it.
Sorry, can't think, not off the top of my head. Okay, right. Well, I think we're at time. If there's no other questions, we'll wrap it up, and I shall see you in 2 weeks' time.
Sounds good. Thanks, Andy.
Okay.
2 weeks.
All right.
Skip it
Are
next
you on
week.
vacations again?
It's part vacation, part working. So, yeah, it's not all vacation. I wish, but it's part vacation. It's over in France, but it's part vacation, part work.
All right.
So, okay. Again, if anyone wants to send in testimonials and see your name up in lights, please feel free to do so, and they'll go on the new site when it becomes live. And in the meantime, I shall see you all very soon.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Bye.